Hello all. I wanted to come on and make a video because the EPPP is going to be changing soon, or at least that's what the ASPPB is saying. I recently attended a town hall for the EPPP, and it was basically going over the changes that are going to be made. And they actually allowed us to ask some questions. Now, I've taken the EPPP. I only had to take EPPP Part 1 knowledge. As you know, that there are two parts to the EPPP. There are only a few states that require applicants to take the skills portion, which is Part 2 of the EPPP. Now, the ASPPB tried to make it enforceable for all states and provinces. However, that didn't work out and there was backlash. Now, the ASPPB is reimagining the EPPP, and they're going to make a combined test. And so that is what I am going to talk to you all about today. In response to input from board members, educators, and the broader psychology community, ASPPB Board of Directors voted to pause implementation of a previous decision requiring both EPPP Part 1 knowledge and EPPP Part 2 skills by 2026. While Part 2 remains available to jurisdictions that wish to use it, ASPPB has shifted its focus to developing a new single session exam that assesses baseline competency at the time of licensing. Development of the new integrated exam is already underway. ASPPB has launched a series of virtual town halls to gather input from across the profession. The first two, focused on regulatory boards in the education training community, were held in April and June. Two additional town halls scheduled for later this year will focus on students and licensed psychologists. So obviously, the new integrated exam is going to look a little bit different. As you know, Part 1 of the exam, it's multiple choice, and it has 8 different domains, content domains. However, they say that within this new integrated exam, the content domains, there are only going to be 6. So those are scientific orientation to practice, assessment, intervention, consultation and supervision, interpersonal relationships, and ethical and professional practice. In the content domains that are used for the EPPP Part 1 right now are biological basis of behavior, cognitive affective basis of behavior, social and cultural basis of behavior, growth and lifespan development, assessment and diagnostics, treatment, intervention, prevention and supervision, research methods and statistics, and ethical, legal, and professional issues. Now, during the town hall that I attended, there was some more information, some more specifics about what at least some of those new domains are going to look like. However, if you want more information on that, I am going to put a link to that PowerPoint presentation in the description. And so you can check out that full presentation and you can look it over. They are supposed to implement this by 2027. There was a question during the town hall about, well, what if that is not a realistic timeline? The answer that was given, I can't really remember, but it was a broad answer. I asked whether or not the cost was going to change for the new EPPP. All they said was that there has not yet been a determination on what the cost is going to be. As you know, right now, the cost of the EPPP is $687. I asked several different ways, what's the cost? Is the cost going to go up? And then the answer was basically the same of, we don't know what the cost of the new exam is going to be. So there isn't any information specifically on cost. Is it going to roll out in 2027? I don't know, but I am going to provide a little bit more information from that PowerPoint about sort of this timeline. So this is the timeline that the ASPPB has presented for the rollout for the new integrated EPPP. Now, they note that the current EPPP exams are continued in development, maintenance, and delivery until the new integrated EPPP is fully operational. So right now in 2025, they have job task analysis for establishing specifications for the integrated EPPP, formation and meetings of the EPPP Collaborative Implementation Task Force quarterly town hall meetings. Now, next year, they're going to have publication of the integrated EPPP blueprint, development and classification of exam items, communicate with regulatory authorities, education and training community about the integrated EPPP. In the first to third quarter of 2027, they're going to beta test and set passing standards of the new integrated EPPP, recruitment of participants, continued communication, and user X. And then in quarter four, full operation of the integrated EPPP. Now, since I have the PowerPoint up right now, what I'll do is I went over the new 6 domains that are going to be a part of this integrated EPPP. So I'm going to go over the competencies within a domain, the assessment domain, because that's what they have here on the presentation. Assessment was one of the 6 domains, and so they give some description of what that particular domain is going to encompass. So here's what they say. They said the assessment domain will cover demonstrating knowledge of psychometric principles and assessment methods, integrate client characteristics when conducting assessments, differentially diagnosing and providing feedback and recommendations, administer, score, and interpret instruments and synthesize findings across assessment methods consistent with current guidelines and research, formulate and communicate diagnoses, recommendations, and professional opinions considering all relevant findings and criteria. So that's basically what you'll need to know for the assessment domain. Now, there may be other things that they want you to know, but that's what they have here. Again, I'm going to put this PowerPoint presentation, I'm going to put the link to it in the description. Rolling this out by 2027, is that a realistic timeline? I don't know. Again, somebody did ask about that during the PowerPoint. I can't remember exactly what they said, but I don't know. It seems kind of quick to me, but I'll keep looking for information as the new year comes, and I'll keep looking for updates and stuff, and I will make more videos on this. But for now, that's the information that is here. I would imagine that they plan on having more town halls. I may attend more, but again, I'll provide updates when those updates come in. Thank you all for watching.